I got one question. Why in the hell is Major League Baseball letting Angel Hernandez ump behind home plate? Why? Like, this dude is garbage, dude. Like, bro, Darren Ruff questioned him. Seager, I think, even questioned him. Like, a bunch of players questioned Angel Hernandez tonight. Let's talk about the game really quick. An absolute beatdown from the Dodgers, a 9-2 final. Kevin Gausman, he struggled in the first few innings. Then he got back to where he usually does and dominates. And we scored 2 in the top of the second. Thanks to Julio Urias, man. I'm hyped about that, to be honest. Just because they were just talking about how pretty much like the NL doesn't need pitchers hitting anymore. And then Julio was like, oh, watch this, son. Like, and he had an RBI single. Mookie Betts followed up. And then in the bottom of the second, Donovan Solano hit a sacrifice fly to score a run for the Giants. And then in the 6th inning, that's when the Dodgers offense absolutely exploded. Cody Bellinger coming up with a huge hit, which honestly I thought, that's probably not going to happen. I'm going to go to the kitchen for 2 seconds. And then I turn the corner, and all of a sudden, bro, Bellinger sees that first pitch in the gap, scores 2, and then Pollock comes up, scores 2, as the Giants play in, like, their infield in. So absolutely domination from the Dodgers. They scored 3 in the top of the 8th, where Will Smith he hit a solo shot. I think Seager came up with an RBI. I can't remember the other guy who did. But an absolutely dominating game from the Dodgers in Oracle Park. And honestly, this series, I think, might make it to Game 5. Obviously, I don't want it to do that because I'm a Dodgers fan. And I prefer them. I prefer the Dodgers to win in LA. To end the series there. You know, win Monday, win Tuesday, call it good, go on to the NLCS and do what we need to do there. But it's not going to be that easy. It's not going to be that easy against the Giants, but tonight Julio Urias was outstanding. Our offense was great. Kevin Gausman, like I said, he struggled in the first few innings. Then he got really good, sitting down like 10 Dodgers. If I don't sound too amused, it's probably because the game, it felt like a very long game tonight. Kind of boring compared to yesterday. And I think the only reason why it was kind of boring today was because yesterday's atmosphere was really loud in San Francisco. And it's probably because, obviously, the Giants were winning. And tonight, it was just a blowout. And hopefully the Dodgers offense could continue that in LA, because then it'll be loud. Then it'll, be a vibe. But when the stadium's dead silent, it kind of, like, takes the vibe out of it. In the bottom of the 6th, Crawford hit a single to right. That scored a run, so I think it was 6-2. And then Mookie Betts threw out Wilmer Flores at third, using his cannon of an arm, bro. I will say one thing about tonight's game. The Dodgers really showed that they can beat up on the Giants. Just like the Giants showed that they could beat up on the Dodgers. Even in the regular season, they beat up on the Dodgers. They took 10 out of 9 games in the regular season. And I think tonight the Dodgers did something really, they did something really good, and I was being patient with Kevin Gausman's pitches until he started throwing the slider. The slider helped out amazingly. And in the next start, if Kevin Gausman gets a start in this series again, obviously watch out for the slider, because that's what he was throwing tonight to sit down 10 Dodgers in a row. So it's kind of showing the Dodgers, like, all right, next start, if you see Gausman again, watch for the splitter, obviously. Watch for the slider. Watch for the slider, and that's what you got to watch for. Also, seeing the Giants bullpen tonight, obviously they played 19 games in the regular season against each other. But the Dodgers were hitting around their bullpen tonight, the Giants bullpen. And it was kind of like, honestly, I feel like it's going to help the Dodgers in the long run. Because, yes, like I said, they played 19 games this year in the regular season, but the playoffs are different. Every time I feel like the playoffs are different, and the Giants have not seen Trinan yet. They haven't seen Jansen. They haven't seen David Price. Like, there's some pitchers the Dodgers haven't even thrown out yet, and I think that's what's going to help the Dodgers maybe in the long run of the series, because I feel like the Giants have thrown out a lot of pitchers in tonight's game. Like, you saw McGee, you saw wait, did McGee come out? I think McGee did come out. You saw Castro. You saw Littleton. I don't know what the hell his name is. Little something. They just saw a lot of bullpen arms, and like I said, like the atmosphere tonight was kind of boring. So like the games felt like it was hours. So I watched the game, but like I was playing on my phone for pretty much half of it. After that sixth inning, like I said, I pretty much went to my phone, stopped really caring about the game. I was watching it, just, seeing if the Giants would make a comeback, but the Dodgers did what they needed to do. They get the win tonight. We're going to LA Monday, which that should be a great game there. And yeah, so the Dodgers did what they needed to do, man. Monday, obviously, I think they already announced that Scherzer is going to be the pitcher. And then DeSclafani or Alex Wood will be the pitcher in LA, where DeSclafani has kind of struggled this year in LA. Same with Alex. Well, Alex Wood doesn't have a win or at loss, I think they said, in LA. So we'll see what happens, man. Kind of a boring game tonight. Hopefully on Monday, the Dodgers get another win, but with a more, louder atmosphere, with a closer game. I don't know. We'll see. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Great win from Julio Urias and the Dodgers. Series is tied 1-1. I'll see you guys on Monday for the post-game reaction for Game 3 of the NLDS. What a game from the Dodgers, and can't wait to see what the rest of the series holds, to be honest, because I'm loving every bit of it so far.